A top contender to become California's next governor now facing calls to drop out of the race after an interview with CBS News California. It came when former Representative Katie Porter sat down with investigative correspondent Julie Watts to discuss a number of topics, including Prop 50, the redistricting ballot measure. Julie is talking to all the candidates for governor to get their thoughts on some of the biggest issues. We will talk to Julie about her conversation with Porter in just a moment, but first, let's hear from the candidates.
I just sat down with my 12-year-old daughter and explained redistricting.
Yes.
California voted for an independent commission.
Yes, we did.
And now our governor and our legislature are redrawing the lines so that they get to pick who goes to D.C. People who live in what is now a red county, when they vote for a Republican, that Republican goes to Congress. And now these people in power in California are going to take that vote away from those people. What do you say to that 12-year-old who says, did two wrongs make a right?
What I would tell her is take a look at what happens in Washington, D.C. You have a finite number of votes. Right now you have a nearly equal number of Republicans and Democrats. Donald Trump is afraid he's going to lose his slim majority of Republicans come 2026 elections. Mm-hmm. So he's trying to rig the process to give himself more Republicans.
It's not two wrongs. This is different. What Texas is doing is acting out of the course of the census, not following new census data. They are not doing this after the census. They're not doing this through the normal course. They are doing this because
we're not doing it after the census either, right? We're mid-census term.
They're doing it because Donald Trump instructed them to do it. And who's doing it in Texas? Who's making the decision? The legislature.
Texas didn't change its constitution to take the power to draw the maps out of the hands of the politicians, put it in the hands of the people, which we did here. The rules are that you draw the maps straight after the federal census every 10 years. By drawing these maps in the middle, they don't know who lives where. Millions of people have left California. In Los Angeles, whole communities have burnt down. Who knows who lives where?
The Democrats, they want to consolidate power. And under the guise of fighting back against the Republicans and fighting back against Trump, you are handing them more power. Well, what have they done to earn it? Are y'all feeling that this has been a state that has been well run and for your best interest? So you're going to essentially hand them the keys to make sure that they own every district in the state?
It's let me tell you how broken something is by telling you I'm going to break it more.
My wife she doesn't like it. She doesn't support it. She thinks that districts should be drawn by independent redistricting commissions and that it is wrong for the state to be putting its finger on the scale. And for me, if we're going to have hope of any type of leverage during Donald Trump's presidency, it would be really helpful if Democrats controlled Congress. But again, this really illustrates a lot of the frustration that I have with not just my party, but politics in general, is that this is all in response to something that Donald Trump said. That is a great opportunity to rally the troops and introduce legislation in Congress and put them on the spot and make them say that we should continue to gerrymander across this country. I think that would have been more strategic, but here we are, we're left with this decision. And in my own family, day comes up, we vote.
A part of Julie's interview with former Representative Katie Porter is getting nationwide attention after the candidates' full interviews were posted online. You might have seen a clip on social media.
The question is, what do you say to the 40% of voters who voted for Trump?
Oh, I'm happy to say that. It's the do you need them to win part that I don't understand. I'm happy to answer the question as you have it written, and I'll answer it.
And we've also asked the other candidates, do you think you need any of those 40% of California voters to win? And you're saying, no, you don't.
No, I'm saying I'm going to try to win every vote I can. And what I'm saying to you is that...
Well, to those voters, okay, so you...
I don't want to keep doing this. I'm going to call it.
Well, we heard from Julie to give us some extra content to that clip.
We asked all 12 candidates the same questions, and Ms. Porter didn't want to answer that one. But yeah, it's important to note that this is just a small segment of a much larger project where we did ask questions on a variety of topics to really push beyond the campaign talking points and get candid and honest responses. And then we are rolling out these topic-specific issues like you just saw there, longer segments. And there's a 30-minute segment online where the candidates answer all of these questions. This is a 3-minute piece that was excerpted, that somebody excerpted from that longer piece, put it on social media, and it immediately went viral overnight. But I think it is important to point out that Ms. Porter did stay, and she did continue the interview after that interaction. I think it's also important to note that we are hearing from candidates. We are hearing from a lot of folks, leaders in the Democratic Party, and people are voicing concerns publicly following that. In fact, some of the candidates, including former State Controller Betty Yee, the only other high-profile woman in the race, they're calling for Katie Porter to drop out.
Well, you can find much more about all the candidates and their stances on the important issues on our website, kpix.com.